Hello chums! As some of my viewers may know, all of the liveries featured in my videos are my own, and I've had a few comments here and there asking how I create my liveries, so I thought I'd try and make a tutorial of sorts. I am by no means a professional, but I have at least a basic grasp of the various tools and mechanics you can use in the livery editor, so welcome to Liveries for Beginners. In the last video I explained the basics of the livery editor. Today I'll be covering carbon fibre, since there's little more to it than meets the eye. Carbon fibre is a special paint colour that you can buy in GT Auto, just like you can with real car paints, as well as chromes, colour shifts and so on. While there's 5 different options, there's 2 that stand out above the rest. Carbon twill is the option that most resembles your typical carbon fibre weave that you'll find on the majority of modern day performance cars. The other distinctive option is carbon forged, which resembles the marble effect carbon you'll see on something like the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. So those of you who've already bought the carbon fibre colours will likely already know the annoying caveat I'm getting to. When you head into the livery editor to apply the carbon fibre to your car, you'll be greeted with the inability to paint individual panels on your car. This issue is exclusive to carbon fibre and effectively limits you to having the entire car made of the stuff. There is a rudimentary way around this, which is with decals. Let's say you wanted a carbon fibre bonnet, roof, mirrors and wing, but the rest of the body painted. The easiest way to achieve this is by applying decals from the roof camera angle. I usually start off with a simple square decal over the entire front end of the car. Head into the projection range settings and max out the angle and the depth, which will allow you to get full coverage. Now we can duplicate it and cover the rear end of the car. Now we've covered the front and back, we can focus on the sides while avoiding covering the roof. Since the roof panel on the Toyota 86 is nice and straight, this is very easy. Apply another square decal from the roof angle. Set the projection type to align with camera so that it retains its straight edge instead of following the contours of the bodywork. Now max out the angle and depth once again, and you can duplicate the decal symmetrically onto the opposite side. Now we have a fully painted car with a carbon fibre bonnet, roof, mirrors and wing. One other thing you can experiment with is the decal texture. From here you can switch between gloss, satin, matte and powder textures, so you have the option of creating a matte paint finish to go with your carbon fibre panels, should you want to. There is one last very cool visual effect I wanted to draw some attention to, which is the opacity settings. For this I will cover the entire car, so simply apply one very large square decal and once again max out the projection angle and depth so it covers everything. From here, pick any colour you want. In my case, I went for a very manly shade of purple. Now, click on the Edit Decal option where you can move or resize it. Here you can press triangle to access direct input. In this menu you can enter exact size measurements or angles, but the bit we're interested in is the opacity slider on the end. If you slide it down to roughly 5 to 10% to make it almost completely transparent, you can now have a car that's made of tinted carbon fibre. There are a couple of downsides to all this, and one of them is the roll cage. Many cars in this game can have a roll cage fitted, and that roll cage can be painted when you change the colour of the car. However, applying carbon fibre locks it out, meaning that the roll cage is also made of carbon. Anyone with OCD like me may be slightly offended by this, since roll cages are made of metal, not plastic. Another big downside is that Gran Turismo doesn't allow the use of metallic decals, only the gloss or matte textures mentioned earlier. So what if you wanted a metallic car with a carbon fibre bonnet and a painted roll cage? Well, there is something of a workaround. Start by painting the car in the colour of your choice, obviously. In my case, I went for a burnt orange. You now have the option of painting the roll cage separately, so I've gone for a gold to match the brake calipers. From here, we can use decals to create the illusion of carbon fibre. I've tried dozens of different user-uploaded decals, and out of all of them I found the best by entering carbon effect into the search bar. This particular decal, uploaded by user iDawn, is ideal because it has a very fine weave where many other decals don't scale up very well. From there you can simply resize it to cover the bonnet. Be sure to extend the projection angle so that there's no jagged edges at the seams. While it's nowhere near as convincing as the genuine carbon fibre, from a short distance it's still very decent. One way you can improve this further is by setting the paint colour of the bonnet to matte black. You can then apply the carbon decal over the top as usual, but from here you can once again alter the opacity. Setting it to roughly 70% allows some of the matte finish to come through, taking away some of the gloss and giving a slightly more convincing finish. It's also worth mentioning that there's a few people out there who have uploaded carbon templates for the roofs of several different car models, from JDM cars like this Toyota all the way to European sports cars like BMWs. You can usually find these by searching for the model name of your car in the search bar. So that was a quick guide to using carbon fibre when making liveries. I hope this video helped. Thank you very much for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing and giving my bell a tickle so that you get notified of my future uploads. Take care now, and ta-ra.